Oh, welcome back to the sauna.
If you have any suggestions for people coming on, what would you say?
Get your shit together. You might think you're good. You're not good. You're terrible. How good you think you are? You cannot prepare for the sauna. You need to put some work in. You need to take your laptop down to your local sauna and you need to cook up with your headphones on in the sauna. That is the only thing that's going to get you through it. I am going to the sauna after this with my laptop. No more yummy mummies. I'm heading the game. I'm heading the laptop and I'm just going for it. I'm getting a stop clock. I am getting a stop clock, and for the next few weeks I'm training. I'm in the gym. I'm gonna get every fire that I've got in the house and I'm gonna pump it in this room and I'm just gonna get it, crank it up, stick a load of hoodies on, get a hat, scarf and gloves, and I'm just gonna be roasting.
What are we making?
Hang on.
What are we making? What are we making? What are we making?
Oh yeah, let's cook up some tunes.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 223 of The Sauna. Today in the sweatshop we have UNDULAE and Mr. James. How we doing, fellas?
What's up?
Good man.
UNDULAE, thanks for coming on tonight, or today for us, tonight for you.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Give the guys a bit of a run through on, like, you know, how long you've been making music and where you from.
Okay, yeah. So I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. Currently living in Puebla, Mexico. I've been making music for started when I was 12, making music. Discovered new ground world. Stuff that people were making music and
Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec.
Oh, voice. You
Yeah,
guys hear me?
voice,
Yeah,
voice.
We're back.
got
Yeah,
you.
just
Yeah.
run that through from the top again.
Yeah. So I've been making music about 17 or 18 years. Currently based
Yeah.
in Puebla, Mexico. From Phoenix, Arizona. Started when I was like 12. Just making stuff. I got inspired by finding the Newgrounds audio portal on Newgrounds. Saw that people were using FL Studio, and I was like, oh, I guess I could do this too. You know. So I got into it back then. Started doing it. Didn't stop. Went to school for audio production. Held down full-time jobs, made music in my free time, and then just recently decided to just go all in full time, try to make music and create content, educate people, share the knowledge, spread the love, that kind of thing. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
Wicked, man. So, for those who are watching at home and don't know what the sauna is, let's give you a bit of a run through on the show. It is a live music game show. This wheel dictates what game mode we do for the challenge, pretty much. Over to the left or the right is a timer that'll spin off and give us a time. We'll land on a game mode, and then we will do whatever time it tells us. So 28 minutes, flip the clip. We'll then go away to this lovely place after we've made tunes, and we'll play back the music, and the viewers will decide for the winner of the round. So let's get cracking into round one.
All right. First round for tonight, today, wherever you are in the world.
I'm so used to saying tonight.
I know. Stream Snipe.
Oh!
Sauna crew will find someone live streaming to record. Producers will flip that audio into a song. It's an open challenge, of course, so you can join in.
Where do we start?
Where do we start, man? Is it anywhere?
All right.
Do you want to go someone musical?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if someone's playing a guitar or something, we can...
There's this guy.
let me get me
He's doing
stuff.
some ambient stuff. Who have you got on there? Oh, you still open up your...
Hang on.
I found one guy. He's called Modular on the Spot.
Modular on the spot, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like they do like live modular shows like from random people, like from different musicians, right? Like they feature someone different every time.
Yeah, they say
I
there's
think.
this guy up next, but I'm not sure if he's on yet. So I'll keep searching.
Hot beats. A lot of DJs.
Yeah, there's so many DJs. Man, back in COVID, I just remember this was just DJ City 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? What?
Are you recording, Jim?
Is
Or
that
do you need
you?
me to?
Oh yeah, can you do it?
I'll open up. Yeah.
I mean, it looks like there's a couple of...
There's a drummer there, I see.
Where?
Yeah.
Yeah, just here?
Grab the drummer. Here we go. Grund Yon. Join the stream.
All right.
Please.
Could be cool to use some of his drums. Alright, perfect time, Jimbo. He's just stopped.
We gotta just hold on a second. Yes, okay. Sorry, Kim. I got distracted by Gila Monster, okay, Kim? I got a little distracted. But don't worry, I know that yours
Yeah,
is
we're
quick
love
and easy.
music.
I know that yours is
Yeah,
quick and
help
easy there,
us out.
Kim. Pines
Yeah.
versus the
if
world.
we
So
can
we
get
are moving
some.
you up now. You are now bumped up because I want to hear the second part of basically that same
Let's
song. So
see,
it's fair
hey?
to do that. I see the fairness out of that. SaunaTV official. I like saunas. I like saunas. Help you out. How can we help you out? Can we help you out by having one of your saunas?
I don't know.
I think we here in the stream might actually be having saunas tonight.
To say we need an audio sample or
We're a
whether
sauna
that is
kind of
like
community. Ugh, this is not refreshing, cold, or anything good. But we're drinking it because it's there. And, like, don't want to waste. Hi, we're a live beat-making show. I need a sample from me. What? Okay, wait, I didn't read that part. You want a sample from me?
Let's go.
Hold on,
What
hold on,
okay,
wait.
Okay. I was making fun because I was like, hey, do you want to have a sauna? Yeah, see, Fred has a sauna. Okay, so what do you, like, is it something you can do right now? I don't know what you want. Can you record me right now, or are you able to hit record?
You guys are
willing to
recording,
do
right?
something. Do you want a train beat?
I'm recording him now. Just say I'm
Yeah.
recording. Just say
Yeah,
we're
let
recording now.
let him know.
Now I feel like I'm on the spot, man. I don't know what to do.
Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Not what you wanted,
That's cool, man.
guaranteed, but it's what I'm giving you at the moment. Okay, well. Yeah, okay, great.
All right.
Yeah. Just say we'll go make some beats and you'll be able to see the finished result
There
later.
you go. You got a train beat from me, because that seems to be my shtick lately. You're going to make some beats with my train beat. Okay, sweet. I feel honored that you actually just didn't hate me right now. So that makes that fun.
We can
That's
turn that into an
hilarious.
amen break.
SaunaTV
We'll fix it.
Yeah.
official.
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow that came after that. Thank you so much. That's
Awesome.
Legendary.
All right.
All right, switching it back up, boys. It's game time now. Actually,
What a legend. Lately we've found that some people don't take it seriously. Like, his first reaction was to, like, just throw a curveball and be like, oh, okay. And then they're like, oh, these guys are actually doing something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
How much time are these guys going to get?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, you gave us a follow. What a legend.
Oh, you gave us a follow. Thanks for the follow.
Grundy on the drums. Woo! 24 minutes, boys.
24 minutes.
All right.
Can you handle
And
it?
where is the sample going?
I'm just converting it now. So 1 second.
Sample will be going in the game mode sample channel on
What do
Discord.
I call it? Drummer sample. All right. Let's go.
All right, you guys ready to get sweaty?
I'm always ready.
I'm keen to see your magic.
Yeah, I reckon he's gonna do some breakbeat stuff. I can feel it already. He's laughing.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm on the spot. I'm a little nervous. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. That's
Nah,
it.
I believe, dude. I believe. I just put it in. Where is that? There it is. Let me know if that works okay for you.
All right, let's see.
Dom Rock said, hey, what up, lads? Not a lot, Dom. We've got a UNDULAE over here from Mexico. He's going to cook up some amazing left field. Oh, do you class his genre as left field electronic?
I don't know.
Just-
I don't
he's
fucking
just-
know.
He's just brilliant. All right. Just witness the magic, Dom. Just witness the
All right,
magic.
I got the sample in. I'm ready to go.
It loaded all right? You're all good?
It loaded all right. Yeah, we're good. We're
Cool.
ready.
Let's cook.
Let's cook.
Get ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go.
24 minutes on the clock. We're going to go straight to UNDULAE.
If I ever need to like reset my thing, just let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no worries. We'll do.
We got you, man.
Cool.
Just 22 minutes to go. Let's see what Aussie's up to.
All right.
Not a lot, man. Need to just put the kicks in there. Gonna go a bit. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
Jeez.
No. Just give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's loud now.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah, it is. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Yeah, we should do that, Dom. Welcome to the sauna and get ready. Need to get these timed better. These are not timed that great. Crazy how well, you know, when you're doing his drums and stuff, how well they time out. Like, look at that, Jim. It's like he's on the beat, man. He's... Might just trim him forward a bit. Oh no, I lost it. Maybe I need to just stretch it out. So I might stick that there, and then if I bring it back to beat, will it throw it out?
UNDULAE, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yo, can you just share your
I
screen
couldn't
again?
hear you. I couldn't hear you
will do.
before, Jim.
Yeah, no, I actually had me mic muted by accident.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
All right. Just share it again.
Cool. Gotcha.
I am getting Orsi's audio though through my. Maybe I can just mute that page.
As in his stream or his...
No, yeah, like I'm hearing it. I just probably need to turn off my.
Should be
You're
able
not
to,
watching my stream, are you?
you should be able to mute his stream.
Oh, I probably there. I am. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I just muted it. I'm good.
Yeah.
No worries.
All good.
Cool.
We good.
We good.
It was a little chaos to throw me off.
16 minutes. See what else he's up to.
I'm just trying to use...
Can you share your stream again? Can you share your stream again? It's crisping.
Is it crispy?
Mm-hmm.
If I do this, does it fix it? I think this should fix it too. Did that fix it? Or still crispy?
No, it's all good.
I'm just trying to use these drummer bits to make a groove. Trying to find some nice... Well, that's nice. That could work. The timing was off there, but just give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
Because everything is just clipping like crazy. Just going to put some utility on the back of these. What is going on? Something's going up. Hold on. What was that perk loop? 07.
Ooh.
Just need to work on that sound.
12 and a half minutes. See how UNDULAE is going. Ten minutes to go. Yo, can you hear, man? I'm watching UNDULAE,
Yo.
man. I'm addicted.
Oh, you're watching. Sorry.
That's us.
Never mind. How much time we got left?
5 minutes, boys. 5 minutes.
Oh shit. Jesus. It's time to mix.
Man,
That's wicked. Let's see what else he's doing.
nah, don't.
Coming, mate. We're coming whether you like it or not.
Nah. No, I'm just gonna have to just. Dude, I've got.
Two minutes 30.
Fuck.
Two minutes to go.
Man, I'm gonna have to quickly just whip up a. Holy moly.
Is it deadline to upload
Nah, no deadline.
or just
So
cut
if you-
off?
No
Okay.
deadline. Just
If you need
cut
to
off,
make a
yeah.
few tweaks, yeah, it's alright.
I do it all the time.
Oh, this is trash. Jesus Christ.
No, you got it. Believe.
1 minute 10.
Oh, this is going to be...
45 seconds.
No, Jim.
Mate. 40 seconds. Seconds.
Dude, this sound is delish.
20
Need
seconds.
more time on it, Jim.
20 seconds, mate. 10 seconds.
No.
Alright, bouncing this shit.
3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Hands off the tools.
Time's up, Aussie, mate.
No, Jim.
I have to ask, did you scrap your beat halfway through it, or? I swear he was working on something else when I was in there at like the 15.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. The 15-minute mark. Did you change your beat?
It did, man. It changed it tons. It like, oh, dude. Came out good though. I thought it was going to be a piece of. I mean, it still is a bit of a piece of her.
That's all right. We're going to see how much of a piece of up it is. We had Dre pop in before.
Did he?
Don't know if he's still
What was he
watching.
doing?
Yeah, he's just watching from work. He's like, what did he say? Might stream it from a display MacBook. Get on GarageBand. Imagine that. Upload here. We've got UNDULAE. Just waiting for Aussie's beat. How'd you go on the first round, UNDULAE? You felt like you.
It was trash. But,
Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
Voice is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd you go, UNDULAE?
Connected again.
Yeah, go. Try now.
Here we go.
Yep. How's that? You good?
Good now. Can
you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, that was trash. My beat's trash. I don't know. I just started. Usually with these things, the way it goes is I just kind of have to like start something, and no matter what it is, just chase the thread and see what happens.
Okay.
So I just started chopping up the. Yeah, so I just started chopping up the drum beat, and I came up with a shitty little beat, and added some stuff to it, and I don't know. It's what it is. Like I just followed it as far as it felt like it would go in 20 minutes or whatever the hell.
Hey man, and if that's where it goes, that's where it goes. You know, you just
Yeah.
It's that track in that appointed time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just uploaded mine.
You got yours up. I think
Yeah,
it's too early for everyone else. So.
Yeah, I think it's too early. Everyone's still waking up. Still waking up.
Sauna crew is out cold.
Yeah, they are. They're normally the late bug. I can play mine first if you want. If you want to do that first.
Sure, man. Let's hear Aussie's beat.
Yeah, let's hear it. See what you got.
It's not mixed. It's not anything. It is what it is. It's a fresh bit of garbage.
I don't hear anything.
Ooh, hang
Oh,
on.
you might have to turn Jim's stream up.
Yeah, you'll have
We'll
to.
have to
Oh,
start from
shit.
the scratch.
Starting from scratch.
My
Yeah,
bad.
start from scratch. We'll go back.
Yeah.
You ready? Let's try
Yeah, I'm ready, I think.
now. Can you hear it?
Oh, there we go. Yep.
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 Now I feel like I'm on the spot, man. I don't know what to do.
Hey.
It's all right.
It's going somewhere.
Yeah, I just needed. It's like that thing where you needed to just polish it out a little more. I don't know.
All right.
It's us.
It's time for UNDULAE's track. Let's hear it.
Let's go. Dude, I'm gonna say there's something. Keep working on that because there's something in that, man. I don't get that feeling often. There's something in there.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll let it marinate for a couple days and then
It'll
look
be
at
like
it.
what we were talking about before, where like you'll be like, nah, and then you'll come back to it and be like, bro, why don't I do anything?
Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to like have the idea actually like set in, you know.
Yeah. It's tricky.
Yeah.
It was good, man. Really good.
Sick. Thanks.
Man, I liked it.
Gave it my vote. I normally vote for myself, but in that situation,
Because at the start he was playing with the sample, and I'm like, hang on, is the stream glitching? And then we refreshed it. It was the same, and I'm like, hang on, give it time. But the way he turned it into those sounds, I was like, wow, holy smokes.
you could hear it straight away.
Yeah.
So that start like jungle little loop, was that the hats? Is that what you flipped into?
That was a really short
Perfect. Hang on, perfect timing for the voice to crop
Perfect.
itself.
Yeah.
Perfectly times.
Let's hang on.
Reconnect. There we go.
Try now.
All right. How's that?
Good.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
way
the
better.
little jungle bit at the beginning was actually just the whole drum loop like that I had just chopped up.
Can we
and
see
then
it? Can we see this? Can
Yeah,
we see
yeah.
the magic?
Let me crack it open again.
All right, let's have a look.
Hey, Vod, what's up? Come cook some beats, mate. I know you love cooking up beats. We got round 2 coming up.
All right. Yeah, so here it is.
Show us what you did.
So I took this is the original sample, just run through like a bunch of effects and saturation and stuff.
Yep.
This is what I took and I ran it through.
Wow.
I ran it through Valhalla Supermassive. Yeah, this one.
Yep.
And then if you take the warp or the depth and everything down, and then like that. So
Wow, man.
that's what I did, and I recorded that, and I just happened to get this like perfect little take of that at the beginning, and then I added like a reverb throw to like swell into the next part.
Man.
And then that's how it goes into the next part. Yeah.
How does your brain even comprehend to like chop it up like that? Like what? How
I don't know.
Do you just think like chops?
I was just feeling it out. I don't know. Like I was like,
Man,
I was just like, okay,
yeah.
so let me like isolate these transients in the drum loop, and then I'll just start like copying and pasting and rearranging and like, you know, saturate the hell out of it and run it through some effects and see what happens, and then
Dude.
record that and chop
Just
that up.
runs
and,
it through some effects, and then you look at the the effects chain, and it's just never ending.
My brain was exploding.
That's wicked, man.
Yeah,
Wicked, dude.
yeah, and then
Absolutely wicked.
these are some samples I made earlier today, like just some little samples. I was like doing some sound design experiments, and then this is just like the quickest, easiest respace known to man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and then this was just like little like lazy
Yeah, see,
wavetable
that got me in the
patch.
feels. That got me in the feels right there.
Yeah, so then that's all it is, just like a couple layers and that's it. Yeah.
Beauty.
Magic. Absolute magic. Well, you've won round one.
He's done it.
Sick.
He's got the first round. Easy.
Next round. What do we got?
Next round, boys.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
To be fair, that drummer actually worked out quite well, Jim.
Yeah, it
man.
did.
I wasn't sure about that.
Flip the clip.
Hey.
Do the first one, Jim.
Yep. Producers will flip a video from the sample vault into a song. It's an open challenge, so all you chatters, let's go.
All right, what's the clip?
We're gonna get this clip up in a second.
All right.
I just gotta
You're
get
gonna,
me,
alright. You're gonna like this one.
I
I
just
think
gotta
you're gonna like this one a lot.
get me stuff sorted. First clip, where is it? Give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec.
The dude with the big thing. The instrument.
Yes. I just gotta click the link. This guy.
Copy that. Yeah, this is the guy.
Alright.
You're in for a journey.
All right.
You don't have to use all 6 minutes, but just yeah, fine. How long do you want to play this for? Jim?
I'll
Do you
play
wanna
it for
the
a
whole
minute
thing,
or
just-
something.
Alright.
Yeah. Let's go.
And then you can obviously explore more if you want to take more out of it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, no way. This drops his stick. Time to cook. Cool, man. I'm just gonna go to 2
I'm
minutes.
starting to get a little bit mesmerized by that.
I know, yeah. It's taking me away.
Man, what an instrument.
So there's lots in this. So that's why I picked it out. There's lots you can take from this.
I'll go for
and lots of directions.
I'll go.
You go on a minute increments.
Yeah. Nice.
That part's got caps all over it.
Yep. That's
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
5
Yes.
minutes. It's got everything in there. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Got everything.
All right, nice.
Gorgeous. Jesus
Dom
Christ.
Rocks, I see you lurking in the chat too, mate. Come on. Give us your psychedelic magic.
That's a sample for Dom for sure, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got Dom, it's got Vile, it's got Keps. It's got everyone in there.
Let's get this sample up into game mode sample. Round 2 sample.
Don't forget, if you want to jump on the challenge, go Discord.
Did I spin a time? Probably didn't.
No, you didn't.
I don't think you did.
Always forget, man. I get so excited. How much
This
time?
better be 30 minutes or I'm going to be so filthy.
Please,
This
Jesus.
better be 30
How much
minutes.
time do you want, Undulay?
Jim,
I want
just-
30 minutes. I want 30 minutes. Let's go.
Do we give the man 30 minutes? It's his first time on the sauna.
Yeah, 30
No,
minutes.
no.
Nah.
Oh, we're gonna respect the time. All right, here we go.
It's your call. Fuck it.
Let's go.
It,
Come on, 30.
Come on.
Jim, press whatever buttons you need to make
28.
it.
Hey, 28. I'll take it. I'll take it.
28.
All
right.
28 minutes.
Not bad, man.
Yeah,
Not bad.
that'll do. That'll do. All right, let's go.
Oh, well.
28 minutes. Samples up. If you want it, come and get it. Join the Discord.
Wow, 6-minute sample, 28-minute challenge. You got to be quick. I'm glad we actually did that little minute thing in between because you can kind of go to
Different sections, yeah.
yeah. So we've got Kepper, we've got Dom and Vile, we've got Undulae. This could be some really interesting beats.
Let's
Could
go,
be some
boys.
really
Get
interesting
involved.
beats.
Let's show Undulay what you're about.
Yeah, give it your own spin.
Spin it, flip it, clip it. Let me know when you're ready.
Are you you getting my screen there?
Let me have a look. Oh yeah, I see your screen. Yep. You
Sick.
got it in? Yep. Do a quick check. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right. Let's rock and roll, fellas. Good luck. Have fun.
Get ready!
And I'm actually excited for this sample.
2,
Me
Holy
too.
moly.
1, go!
28 minutes.
Yeah, cooking.
Let's get cooking. Yeah, Undulay's already under some magic.
Why does that not surprise me? Oh shit. Oh, I'm gonna really bring it this time. I gotta get through this.
27 minutes. Let's see what else he's doing.
Still putting my drums in, man. What are you talking about? No, let's go kick.
Still getting his kick in. What are you talking about?
We need
It's
the
the most
drums.
important element, mate.
Undulay's going to make his own drums, Ant.
That does not surprise me that that man can do that. He's probably been making drums since the day he was born. think that's the section. Yeah, that was what I wanted. Just for a bit of atmosphere. Look at that timing. Fits.
You can use so many sounds from this.
Oh, man. I just want it for a bit of background atmos, though. 18 bars. We'll do an 18 bar loop. I've never done an 18 bar loop. And let's do it. Hold on. Something's not right. Why is that not? And then I want to put something on it. Let's go Valhalla. Make a bit of an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like that. No. And then I want to turn this into like a little MIDI to use as the notes. That was slice it up. Oh. I'm going to have to freeze it, I think, first, though. Actually, no. I'm going to have to bounce it out. Hey. What's going on here? Magic. Why is that not? Oh, I didn't have it soloed. Good one, Ant. Can't hear anything if you don't enable the channel.
24 minutes. Yeah,
Good start.
UNDULAE's gone. 19 minutes left. Let's see what else he's
10
doing.
minutes?
No, 19.
Oh, shit. I was like, what? Oh, my God.
Horsey, can you share screen again, mate?
Yep.
Not crackle pop. Maybe I should just say that. Snap, crackle pop.
Need to fix that bit there.
18 minutes.
There we go.
You beauty.
Try and find something really nice. Try that.
16 minutes.
This sound might not be what I'm after, I think. Have I got for time?
15 minutes. See what UNDULAE's up to. 10 minutes to go.
What time we at? Oh, I couldn't hear that. Oh, I see. 3.
Oh, you see me. 4 minutes. Sorry.
Yes. Yep.
I had
Yep. No,
myself
you're
muted.
good. No, no stress.
3 minutes 40.
4 minutes. Yep.
Let's see what
Gotta
else he's
make it
doing.
count.
Of course, he sounds like he's muted. Why is he muted?
Nah, I muted it because I was slapping my like little keyboard over here. So
Oh, right, okay. Three minutes.
got to build it with a bit of tension. So maybe I started off with just that. Do some crazy stuff with this. Hey. We'll get to you. We'll get to you. Don't worry about that. Need to just...
2
This is where I
minutes.
wish I had those little dot... Nah. Fuck. And then what I might do is just auto-filter this, because I have no option but to auto-filter this.
1 minute 30.
Maybe turn that off.
1 minute.
Fuck.
1 minute to win it.
Maybe I could put the bass notes in there to kind of just give it a little bit of rhythm. Nah, not that one.
40 seconds.
No!
30 seconds.
Fuck. This is not this. This is... And I'm just gonna have to do this.
10 seconds.
All right. I'm stopping.
3, 2, 1.
Honestly.
Time's up. Hands off the tools.
Wild jumps in the chat and he's like, I just made the worst beat ever.
You still gonna send it?
At least you did it, mate. At least you did it.
Yep.
How was the second round, UNDULAE?
I'm feeling pretty good about this one, honestly.
Yeah.
Sounded
That's
pretty
what we
good.
like to hear.
Yeah, last one was a warm-up.
That's how it is.
Oh man.
The sample was really good.
Yeah.
Like this is worth going back to, this sample. I feel
See?
like. Yeah.
This.
I told you, man. It's a little warm up, and then you get going.
Yeah. All right, let's upload this bitch.
Yeah.
All right. MP3.
We got Wild's beat.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. All right. There it is.
Beauty. Have it. Downloaded. Did anyone else in the chat? Keps, you there, mate? Usually cooking. Oh, shit sauce. Nah, it's all good, Keps.
What was he doing? He's just watching.
Yeah, he's just watching, I think. He's getting some stuff done before church. He's lurking.
Oh, fair. He's lurking.
Fair.
Fair.
True. Waiting on the old Aussie beat. How'd you go, mate?
Sorry, mate. Look, I'm actually quite pleased with this. I'll definitely come back to this and work on it.
Yeah.
I did barely any work to this.
As in, like,
And-
mixing or just...
Yeah, I just didn't give it the attention that it probably needs, but I kind of went on the feeling as opposed to just the mix down, because I guess I can always come back to that later.
Yeah, it's okay. Neither did I.
You just wait to hear his beat, Ant. You just wait.
Oh,
He doesn't
man,
even
I
need
know.
mixing.
I know I'm gonna get fucking squashed. Oh, that's only good fun though. It's
It
only good
is.
fun. It's more just challenging the way of like making beats. It's like just throwing yourself into random situations and seeing what you can come up with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's it. Aussie's uploaded. Aussie's in. Let us begin with Aussie's beat.
Oh gosh.
You ready, mate?
Pressure's on, yeah. Alright,
You
let's go.
tuned in?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right,
I'm ready.
Let's rock.
2 minutes, 45 minutes of Don't worry, it's not just this for like 2 minutes straight.
That would be a pretty good troll, though.
Imagine 3 minutes.
Forgot to turn the LFO there. That's it.
Nice.
Well played, mate.
I'm still going to get squashed, but let's go.
Let's hear the man's.
Yeah, I could feel it. Dude, Jimbo. We've never done this in the history of the show. Dude, you are going to get the golden buzzer for the sauna. You're going to get the first ever golden buzzer for the sauna.
You've never done that.
We have never done that, dude. This is like, that got me into emotion. It got me into all the reasons that I've ever done music, man. And I think for me to feel that, it's like, yeah.
Mate,
I was standing up, man.
When I was watching him make it, I was just like thinking about life. It was amazing.
You need to finish that and put that out. That is, yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Wow.
We've got one more beat though.
Yeah, let's hear it.
We got Vile, but
Wild, mate. How you feeling?
I'm sorry, Vile, but we'll listen.
Here we go. Hang on. Lost me controls.
Sick.
We know what mood Vile's in, mate.
Sick. Yeah, dude. Busted car system type beat.
Yeah, that's it, man.
This dirty bounce.
Yeah.
Dude, that is dope.
Oh, we don't even need to vote, eh?
Nah, man.
Wait, we've got an animation for him. Hang on. Let me find it.
Nah, the vibe is good, bro. Don't. He's the golden. Man, dude, we actually have a golden buzzer, eh? Never would have thought.
He's taking it out. Clean sweep.
Man.
Jeez.
Holy fuck, I've actually lost my train of thought.
You ready for In the Booth?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. In the Booth is designed to get to know producers a little more in depth and obviously talk about their journey and where they're headed to. So it's a safe space to kind of have those conversations, maybe help them vent and maybe just let you connect, let your viewers connect at home and see if it can help you get through whatever you're getting through. But Undulate, that beat, holy fuck. I've actually, normally I'm really good with introing or segueing into this segment, but for me, man, the goal is to make music like that. And it's something I aspire to. So it's the fact that you're coming on this show and creating it makes, me feel pretty special, and I'm sure everyone else kind of checking out the show today. What was like growing up for you with music,
Yeah, so
or just
like I've
growing up in
got
general?
yeah, so I came from like a pretty like strict household, like strict Christian kind of upbringing. But so like that part I don't love so much, but the music was always a part of it too. So
Mm,
like I've got a picture of me like in a diaper in my little kid clothes, like messing around with the keyboard. Like my mom was always very adamant about like putting me in front of tools to make music.
mm,
Like piano, keyboard. I took piano lessons from the time I was like 5 to like 14 or 15, like 9 or 10 years in there. And
mm.
then like at like around age 12 was when I started picking up producing, and when I started doing it enough, I was like okay, I think this is the thing for me, not like playing piano and classical performance and
Yep.
that kind of thing. So I started producing a lot. I listened to a lot of like really cheesy like Euro dance mid 2000s type stuff as my first exposure to electronic music, like Cascada, like Bass Hunter. That was like those were like my idols, my first idols of electronic music.
Yeah.
Um, and then I got into like as I got into high school, I met some friends who were like really deeper into more of like the experimental stuff. So I got like introduced to all of the usual suspects like Aphex Twin, Square Pusher,
Yep.
Autechre, et
Yep.
cetera, et cetera. So I like got pretty deep into that stuff for a while, and then after I got out of high school, I studied audio production and electronic music in college. It was just like a community college, but it had a really good program and really good teachers, and hooked me up with some cool people in the local Phoenix music scene. And
Mm.
I got really deep into like the stuff you get into in college, like John Cage, electroacoustic music, tape music, Wendy Carlos, Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, like all that weird early experimental electronic music. So I was like trying to make stuff in that realm for a while. But I was
Yep.
always like I always came back to like beat based, like basically just dance music. And like that was always what kept me going. I also had like a
What?
lot of early influences when I was like 5 and 6. My grandma got me a copy of Moby's Play album, and that was like a huge thing for me back like way back when I was a kid. I like
Mm.
completely exhausted that CD. Um, yeah,
I'm sure that porcelain track has just had its
yeah,
absolutely like
yeah,
it has
and
just
my
been blown everywhere.
and shout out to my dad who was on Napster back when I was a kid, and he downloaded Aphex Twin's Power Pill EP for me when
No
I was
way.
yeah, when I was like 6 years old, because I was like a little kid obsessed with Power Man or Pac-Man, and he
Mm.
was like, okay, I'll find some weird Pac-Man music for him, and he just happened to stumble upon that and gave me like burned it to a CD for me. So I was like little 5, 6 year old kid, just like with my little like crappy CD like headphone CD player, and I was like listening to Aphex Twin as a little kid. That's like I like to pull that out, even though like I had no idea how big of a deal Aphex Twin was at the time.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So, like, who would have been some of your biggest like influences that really impacted you as a music producer? You'd say Aphex would be up
Yeah.
there, or
Yeah, I so like I mean as I went through, like, and I still do this as I go through my journey as a musician and absorbing new music,
Mm.
I internalize what I hear by working the influence of that music into my own. So, like, you know, going through high school, like so middle school when I started producing, it was like Cascada, Bass Hunter, that kind of like cheesy Eurodance stuff. And then as I got into high school, it was like Aphex Twin and Square Pusher and Boards of Canada and like whatever other weird stuff I could find. And then like Radiohead, that was a big one too. So like little, I would just kind of like absorb new music, like listen to it as much as I could, and then try to take things from it and work it into my own music. And after, like I've now been doing it for like 17 years. So like I've had a lot of stops along the way of just like being really heavily influenced by particular musicians. So like Tom York, John Hopkins was a huge one. That was for years. John Hopkins
Yeah.
was one of my biggest influences. Back when he released his Insides album, I got so deep into that one.
Was that
And then
before Singularity?
that was so Singularity, and then Immunity was before that, and then Insides was before that.
Wow.
So
Okay.
like Insides and then Contact Note was before that one. I got really into that one as well.
Mm.
And then yeah, and then he came out with Immunity, and that was when he like really found his sound. But I knew him before he was cool, that kind of thing.
Man, would you
Yeah.
say that's like an important part of becoming a producer? Like having, like, as you say, these steps or different producers influence you.
Yeah,
You kind
I
of
think
take things
so.
from them.
Yeah, I think so because like as you incorporate things into your style, they become second nature, and then you find something new that really inspires you, and that you work that in, and you just kind of keep incorporating those things, and they become like a part of your bedrock over time. And then so
Mm.
like now when I make music, I don't think I sound like any one of those musicians that are my heavy influences, but I definitely like sometimes I do things and I can pick out like, oh, this melodic turn, this like chord progression from this chord to this chord, that kind of reminds me of something Tom York did, or like this kind of sound design here is very John Hopkins or Mr. Bill. He was a huge one for me as well. So like, yeah, just like discovering musicians and working their, like stealing bits from their style and trying to make it my own. That's always been a huge part of my process.
Well, I mean, that's something I noticed with you, man, is just how well, I guess, you connect with other producers as well. Like you've worked with Andrew, I think you've created a relationship with Mr. Bill. How have you gone about fostering those sort of relationships? Have they come naturally?
Yeah, so it only started this past year when I decided, okay, I'm gonna start taking music seriously because like I mean I always took the music seriously. Like I've always been making music and thinking like this is the thing I'm good at. Like this is like I don't have any other hobbies. Like sometimes I do visual art and stuff, but usually that's in service of the music. I make like my own cover art and things like that. But yeah, with music, I've always been taking it seriously, but I was always really reluctant and kind of precious about the business side. I was like, I don't want to do any of that. Like the music's gonna speak for itself, and that's the only way I want to get anywhere. So I was like really stubborn about it for a long time. But then this past year, I think it was a year ago. No. Yeah, so a year ago, no. So I'll start a little before that. Like a little before that was when I decided, like, okay, I'm going to start doing music more seriously. And I quit my job and I got another job teaching Ableton and electronic music at a community college in Phoenix, in the same district that I went to school. So that was kind of like a cool full circle moment as well. But yeah, I started teaching. So teaching was that was like one of the things that really started to solidify my understanding of the fundamentals and like start to get rid of my imposter syndrome a little bit. And then
Mm.
after that, I started entering contests. And that was another it was all like a confidence thing. Cause like I've always privately felt confident in my own music. But being able to enter contests and kind of like have it was kind of like a sudden wake up call when I started winning contests. I was like, oh shit, like I might actually have something here that people connect with and that I can like use to kind of play the game. So like I won the contest that Mr. Bill hosted. I got second place 3 times in a contest hosted by Machine Drum, and first place once. And then I got in the four producers one song video from Andrew Huang, and that was a contest model as well. So once I started to like that basically legitimized myself in my own eyes was getting those contest wins. And that was when I started to realize like, oh, like if I just start to pay attention to how the music business works and how social media works and all this stuff, I can learn that just like I learned music. I just have to treat it
And what sort of
that
things
way.
would you be learning?
Like how to play the social media algorithms, how to like just it's really that. Like that's the main one is playing the social media algorithms. And I don't love to like I don't love the fact that that's so important, but it is. So like I've over the past like I started really putting in the work and grinding it out like about 6 months ago. And I started pushing out educational content on Instagram, and that started taking off. And I was able to figure out like, okay, what kind of things if I post these will get engagement and will like producers will share them with their other producer friends, and people will
Yeah.
repost and like once that started happening, I was like, okay, like I'm starting to get some people paying attention to me on the
Yeah.
internet, and then that lends you credibility in the eyes of other creators. So you know, like it sucks, but like when you look at somebody's Instagram page or something like that, the follower count is a badge of credibility in that scene, and that's just it's annoying, but it's how it is. So I think
I guess it's that whole thing of if you see someone with thousands of followers, it's like, oh wow, they must be doing something right.
right, yeah, exactly. And even if like on my end, it doesn't feel like I've done much, but yeah, like it suddenly starts to open more doors for you, and people start
Yeah.
paying attention. It's like, oh, you're you know, as they say, your stocks are high, and like people start to maybe give a shit about what you're saying more, you
So
know?
do you think like how did that all kind of start out? Was that like a mind map of these are the things that I need to put in place, or this is my
Yeah,
posting schedule? Like,
yeah, it was well. I actually started wanting to take that route like it was like at least 2 years ago. But I was like so busy working a job that was like I was working 6 days a week, and it was like my schedule. I worked at a church running like audio visual, and so I did audio visual like projections. I did the sound on the weekends. I did the graphic design for their emails and print newsletter. I did print editing for all the printed materials. And I also worked in the front office. Like it was a very busy job, but
yeah,
having that job had me like cranking out deliverables every single week.
yeah,
So that and keeping my hard drive organized for each project. So that was actually really good practice. And then I was like, wait, if I can just do this at this job, maybe I could just do this for myself. So that really helped. And then when I started thinking about how to do it for myself, I was like, okay, so I can give myself credibility as an educator by making educational content. I can start to bring in money by running a Patreon where people are willing to support me in exchange for like my own tools, like my samples and my Ableton racks, and giving them project files to poke around in. So yeah, my goal was like approach social media as kind of like a billboard and a business card for what you do as a producer, for what I do as a producer, and then give people something that actually gives them value, because like people consider music to be free now, thanks to what, like streaming and Spotify and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like people don't think of music as something that you need to pay for. It's just like it's this kind of resource that's like in the air. But the tools and the creative process, and peeking behind the curtain a little bit into seeing how people make the stuff, I feel like that's where people are starting to see more value these days. So that's kind of what my goal was just like start, like do that, and then if I do that enough, people will also be exposed to my art and my music, and that's the end goal, is to get more people listening to my music. But you have to kind of take all these steps and figure out how to get there, and it's never like an A to B. It's always like there's a lot of little steps along the way.
Yeah, well, I feel like you're always stepping to and from, like, especially with us and developing this show and trying to reach out to producers like yourself. It's not, I can send this pitch to maybe 30 emails and maybe I might get one reply back. And it is that constant front of trying to, I guess, produce a product that looks appealing to someone like yourself, or, hire A-list producers that obviously really busy and their schedules are crazy, so getting to them is really tough. So for us, it's like, when we meet people like yourself, it feels like we get a step closer to really being able to bring this to a broader audience. But I wanted to talk to you about your Gumroad and your Patreon, because I think they're really underlooked at the moment, because it gives people insight to things that you do, and it's like little things that they can take from you. Like, do you see the value in that now as a music producer, to set up things like that?
Yeah, I think so, especially like if you want to, like, especially if there's a producer that you really connect with their music, and you're like one, on a technical level, like how are they doing this? And then two, like from a creative process standpoint, of like how are these ideas being generated? Like those are kind of the two sides, right? Like, and they cross over. There's a little bit of crossover in the Venn diagram,
Yeah.
but there's the technical side of like, okay, what is the engineering behind this stuff? And then there's the creative side. So yeah, when you experience someone's art and you're like, okay, what are they doing to achieve this, either creatively or technically, having those resources available is a really great tool. And then I always come back to Mr. Bill on this. He's kind of like the blueprint for this kind of stuff. His website, especially when I started thinking like, okay, I'm gonna try to like really start like trying to get better, instead of kind of just like making music in my spare time between jobs, and like in my spare time between work, but like really putting in the practice to make a clean product. uh, Finding Mr. Bill's videos and his podcast, and just like listening to that and watching those videos, and picking apart on a technical level what's being done and how to achieve these like really clean, loud mixes. That was like a really useful tool for me to kind of break out of my own mold. And I think like on another note, like as a producer, you can get stuck in a lot of ruts, like in the tools that you use and the things that you do to achieve sounds. So seeing somebody else do something, you could just be like, oh, I've never thought of using a reverb in that way, or a delay in that way, or whatever in that way. And that can start to like, it's a shortcut to the process, that like where you get influenced by an artist and you start to incorporate their stuff into your work. It's just like, oh, like they'll just show me, and that's like, I'm not going to be able to copy their style or make exactly their style of music, but it is like, it's a tool. And like I don't believe in like gatekeeping information, because I think um you can give people all the tools available, and if they're not practiced at songwriting or composition or arrangement, they're not going to be able to write a good song or steal your style, or you know like it. So gatekeeping is pointless. If you share all the tools, people can learn in their own ways, and enhance their own artistic style.
Yeah. Where do you think
That
you
was
saw
that was a
like
huge tangent right there, but
No, that's all right, man. Because it brought me to like my next question is like, where do you think you saw yourself? Where was that big moment of you as a producer seeing like, wow, I'm actually really starting to grow now. My skills are growing. Like you said before,
Um,
watching people kind of do things in different ways kind of revitalized your way of thinking.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I think it was about a year ago when I really started to when I it was so like kind of along this timeline was I kind of like rediscovered EDM. I got into Skrillex way back in the day when Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites came out, and I kind of got clowned on by my friends for being into it, and I kind of just like stopped really like I was like, okay, maybe whatever. I'll stick to listening to the experimental stuff and that, you know, that was not a bad thing, but I think like EDM and like the big like bro step kind of branches that came out of that, like they kept maturing and they kept exploring their own thing and you know, having a lot of fun with it. Like they were the IDM scene used to be seen as like the pinnacle of sound design, like the absolute top. Like those guys were doing the groundbreaking stuff, but now I feel like it's flipped and the EDM people are really like out sound designing the IDM people. And I didn't realize that. Like I had kind of shunned the whole EDM scene as like, oh, like that's just party music. That's whatever. That's not for, you know, my refined taste or whatever the hell I thought. And then like I started to like I don't know, my Spotify algorithm caught a wave at some point, like a year or two ago. Probably yeah, like at this point 2 years ago. And I started like listening to a lot more bass music and like louder, more danceable stuff. And I was like, oh, like these people have really been honing their craft and riding their own wave all this time, and I've been completely like out of the loop. So I think that like rediscovering that and realizing like how much fun can be had, like just making stupid, fun, loud music. Like that's a huge enriching part of being a musician that I was missing out on. And I think rediscovering that and you know, picking apart artists like Virtual Riot, Mr. Bill again, Eliminate is another big one. I don't know who else. I wasn't into Tipper for a long time, and then I started getting into Tipper. His stuff is insane too. Yeah, so I just got into like artists that I'd kind of written off for a long time. And
and like talking about honing, like what sort of things were you doing as you kind of rediscovered this? Like,
yeah,
talk us through your
so
process.
yeah, so the biggest one is clipping and saturation. So like I when I went to school for audio production, a lot of the teachers there were older, and they have the, you know, they came from the era of like where you were producing on tape, and then digital production came around, and you know, when you would clip on those old digital like Pro Tools systems, it would sound like garbage, especially with the kind of music they were making there. So they have the mindset of like clipping is always bad. Never digitally clip. It'll never do anything for your music like tape saturation will. So that was kind of like deep in my head of like, okay, we'll never clip. Like we just never clip anything. So I was doing that for a long time, and then once I started getting into more EDM again, I was like, oh, like these people are clipping the hell out of everything. And that's a huge like tool in their sound design toolbox. So just rediscovering that and becoming comfortable with the idea of clipping and learning how to play a clipping threshold of a clipper like an instrument and expressively change the timbre of what you're running through it depending on like how far it's passing through the clipping threshold, you know, to get like really punchy transients and things like that. Like that was a huge light bulb moment for me of like, oh, this is how you get the drums that really hit. And it took me forever to get that, but I got it.
And we talked about this before, like, because I wanted you to show an example of, I guess, clipping and maybe just talking through that process. So, we can kind
Yeah.
of give the producers there just a bit of insight. So Jim, can we cut over to UNDULAE stream? I think the audio's gone again. Hold on one sec.
Yep, stop the audio around.
Check 1 2.
Yo, yeah, we're back. Sorry.
Yeah, we good?
Let's
Okay.
just fix that audio. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see. I don't know if I did much of it in this one, but let's take a look.
I guess to show like the principles of it would be like
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah,
for them to
that would
see.
be good. I'm gonna try opening up my visualizer and see if it cooperates, because this is a really good tool for that. And then I'll open up a new track. So the important thing behind clipping is that it translates. I'm paraphrasing from a comment that AU5 left on one of my reels. It converts volume energy into harmonic energy. So, for example, if we take a sine wave and let's just put a sine wave on here.
Hold on, we're just going to reboot the audio again. One sec. I think
US North was good.
Was it?
Yeah, Central.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah, whatever you're on now.
Can you hear us on UNDULAE?
Yo.
I think we're good.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good now.
Yeah, man, we were doing so good. At least it lasted through the whole interview segment for that whole monologue I had. Yeah. So if we take a sound and shape the envelope, and then we pull up just like a standard saturator in digital clip mode, and then like really crank it. See how as soon as as soon as it passes that clipping threshold, we are getting these upper harmonics. So like depending on how long that envelope is pushing it through is going to change the shape of those harmonics. So the reason that a lot of people are afraid of clipping is because when you clip on long sustained material, it's going to sound like trash, unless that's what you're going for. And that's not universal. That's not universal. I don't want anyone to like at me in the comments and be like, actually, but like if generally speaking, like if you've got like long sustained material in your mix and you're running it through a clipper, it's probably going to sound like butt. But if you just clip these like tiny little bits that push through that clipping threshold, those start to read as punchy transients. So if you do this to your drums, you can get some like insanely punchy sounds just by like pushing your drums through a clipper and then clipping on the master. And I do this all the time. I don't know, just like in any of my tracks, like the drums are clipping to hell. So
for those that are like, I guess, just starting out, like break down, I guess, the process of the clipper and like where that is, what that is, and what it does. So
let me close this so we don't so it's not lagging me to hell. And then,
change the region.
Hang on, changing the region. Give us a second.
Yep.
The
all good.
We're back.
We're gonna love it.
We're back. Yeah.
Just waiting for the stream to load.
Yo,
we're back.
All right.
Gotcha now. We're back.
Cool. All right. So I've got the top of my screen isn't showing on the stream. Let me pull this down a bit. Yeah. So I got a sine wave here. I'm going to push it through the saturator, and once it starts to cross a certain point, see how it starts to chop the tops off?
Yeah.
And as we chop the tops off, I can turn this down a little bit so it's not so loud. As we start to chop those tops off, it basically changes into more of a square wave. So the volume of those upper harmonics are directly proportional to how much of that waveform is being chopped off at the top. Yeah. So that's what clipping is. So if you do that to drums, that just translates to more harmonics, but only on the transients, as long as your transients aren't pushing through too much of the time. So like if I take a relatively clean snare, let's see. I think I was working on a new thing today. That's a relatively clean snare. I still did clip this when I was making it, but I'm going to clip it even more just to illustrate. So this is a snare drum that it's from scratch. It's literally just using operator, like a couple instances of operator and some stock effects.
I think we might need you to
Hang on.
Oh,
Yep. We good?
there we
We're
go.
good.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. And so this is a snare drum I made today. It's just using a couple instances of operator and some stock effects, all from scratch. But if we take this and throw a utility on it and a saturator, or we could, I'll use roar because it actually has a digital clip mode as well. And then if we just start to push that through, but only push it, like I'm going to use the gain of the utility to actually just bring it down right after that transient. So notice how that just pushing the gain on that very beginning of the transient through the clipper makes it read as like really punchy, right?
Yeah, it feels like it really takes away like it brings the cleanness out of that sound.
Hang on.
Hold on. Take
take 2
take
seconds.
4. Yeah. We'll get through this.
We'll
I'm
get
gonna
it.
love editing this.
We'll get this. I'm gonna go back to Central.
Hey.
Right.
Yo,
welcome back.
go. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so you get the cleanliness of the sound, but then you get the punchiness of the transient just by pushing a little bit through the clipper at the beginning. So that's kind of how I use clipping a lot in my drum sound design, is just to get those transients hitting harder. And then like
copying the automation from at the beginning. So
you mean like every time?
Yeah.
No, well, so you can just freeze and flatten this, and then you have it.
Right, and then you have it. Yeah, correct.
Then you have it. Yeah. So like usually I do this already in the drum sound design, and I already did it in this, but just doing it again makes it even more pronounced. But like that's honestly probably punchy enough already. And then I do this at the master stage as well. So like I try to get my balance of the mix to the point where I can push it really hard through a clipper, but then all the sustained elements are not going to be clipped. So I'm only clipping transients. And then like, that as long as the mix is balanced, when you push that through a clipper, and as long as the kick and sub phase are like in agreement, once you get it pushed through the clipper, it's not going to fall apart. But if your mix is garbage and then you push it through a clipper, that's just going to exacerbate problems in your mix.
Yeah. So coming to like tighter things like clean mixing, production, and I guess sound design, like where are good places to start to kind of educate yourself to kind of work towards this production? So even for myself, working on tighter drums and things and getting a better understanding of this, where would I go?
So do you ever try to make your own drum sounds?
Yeah, so I normally use like Big Kick to kind of just kind of play with the attack and decay and stuff.
I would say try to make your own drum sounds from scratch using just stock stuff. Like that, like challenge yourself to try to make a whole sample pack of drums using only stock Ableton stuff, and see like if you're able to start to like get those sounding really good, that's going to translate over to your mixes, because in order to like make that stuff sound good, you're kind of like mixing a little track every time you make a sample. Yeah. So another thing that kind of took my game to another level was just parallel. Oh, I think we
Nope.
cut. Oh, we went back to, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we
Sick.
went back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing that that kind of took my game to another level was just using parallel processing. So, like for example, let me just make like a just like a little synth stab here. So we got a little synth stab, and then instead of just putting a reverb directly on it like this, that's fine, right? Like, and you could, you could tweak the input filter and everything to get it a little bit unique. But what I like to do is just set it to 100% wet, turn off the input filter, add it to a group, and then make a duplicate chain. And then this is a dry chain. So on this one, we've just got the dry signal coming through, and then on this one, we just have the wet signal coming through. And then if we use an EQ before that reverb, we can now control exactly what is going into the reverb.
Yeah. So to help me understand this, in the audio effect chain, does it prioritize things by how high it is, or is it more working in the sense of volume? Because I'm finding when I'm doing this on channels that I'm not quite getting the right.
What do you mean how high? Like, you prioritizing things in terms of.
Hold on. To the south, US South. I think.
Do you mean like prioritizing things in terms of positioning in this chain here?
Yeah.
No. So it's all volume. Like these are all parallel. They're all running in parallel. So they're getting exactly as much volume as you give them. So like in this instance, where this is this is now our reverb. This instead of adjusting the dry and wet here, this kind of just becomes our wet control. So that's dry.
Yep.
It's like a little send within the channel.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, and then, but the beauty of this, instead of like doing it in series where everything is applied to the thing before it, we can now start to do things like apply a phaser, for example, to only the reverb.
Yeah.
So the original signal still comes through clean, but the affected signal, we can do more to it. And like also just filtering out the lows, like that cleans up your reverb a lot. And that's like a big thing I see about muddy mixes is like people not realizing how many lows are going into their reverbs.
Yeah.
And like I think just cutting out on the lows and the reverb really cleans up a mix. That's one of those things that took me forever. Like I didn't figure that out until like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
and like where were you were you reading this? Were you seeing this online?
No, I just like I can't remember.
And error?
It was so a lot of my production was trial and error. I can't remember where I just heard somebody start to talk about parallel processing, or like I started to pick apart like racks that I downloaded somewhere. And it just like clicked because like I had never really used the audio effect rack for more because I was like, what's the point of this? You just put things in a container and that's like, but then I didn't realize you could do chains, like parallel chains like this. And as soon as I figured that out, I was like, oh, like that's a huge thing to just be able to split a signal into all these different chains, do stuff to them, and then glue it back together at the end. Like that was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in terms of like, we'll finish up on just mixing now, just because I think it's always a good place, and I really focus on mixing this year. You know, where is a good place to learn a mixing, or what are good practices to do with mixing? I know there's that trick of going from stereo to mono, but like, you know, I'm looking at you with your reverb. Like, are you making sure EQs are on things? Like, what is kind of your best practices that you like having?
That I don't really have a good answer for that because I feel like it's all just by ear. I don't look at numbers, you know, I don't look at like, oh, I have to make sure the snare is sitting at whatever kilohertz, or you know, like I'm just feeling it out. And I think a lot of it just came from cranking out so many songs and like making each song better than the last one. But that's not to say that it's not a good idea to like hunt down educational resources on that. I just never did. And I feel like I'm at the point now where like I'm not going to say I don't need to, because like everybody can always improve their mixing, but yeah, like I don't know, like I made a lot of music and my old mixes suck ass, and that was just part of the process for me. I was
100%.
very much a like I'm going to figure it out myself kind of person, and now I have like my own techniques, and I've gained more from just listening to podcasts of people talking about music production than watching any tutorial. And I don't know why that is. It just maybe it sticks better in my head, and I'm like I have trouble sitting down and watching tutorials anyway. But if I can like just hear producers shoot the shit about making music for 2 hours while I'm doing chores or something, that sticks.
Yeah.
So,
well, man, on that note, thanks for coming on the sauna. This, like, I could keep going for hours, but I've got to be respectful of your time. And you're,
all good, man.
you're so filled with knowledge and talent. Jim, do we have a special?
Oh, mate, do we ever?
So we got a little surprise for you. We do this to the guests that come on, and you're gonna have to watch out, mate.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Whatever this is, I'm ready for it.
Hey, on the board!
He's made it to the wall.
He's made it to the wall, man. I got no words. Just play his outro track, and man, what a pleasure it is. And hopefully we get you back on. And
yeah, dude, anytime.
Talk more.
Anytime. Hit me up. I'm down. This was great.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Sunday with hopefully another guest. This is the Sauna Love Music Game Challenge. This is UNDULAE. Go follow him. Go pick his knowledge. Go get lessons. These links are below. Oh, no way!
Hey, hell yeah.
Oh, should we hold on, Jim. Hold on. Bring us back.
Bring us back.
Should we show Grundy what we ended up doing with his music?
Yeah, for sure. You want to play him?
All right. So,
all right. Let's.
Can we show the sample that we used? Jeez.
Oh yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Hang on, let me play
Can we
the
pull
sample.
that up?
Where is it? Sorry, guys.
Go to the screen. Thanks for the raid, Grundy.
Appreciate it. All right. Here is the drummer sample.
This is what you gave us.
Help you out. How can we help you out? Can we help you out by having one of your saunas? I think people here in the stream might actually be
to say we need an audio sample, or whether that is like
the sauna kind of community.
I think we can skip through it.
Because
Go to like
I think it's about
maybe.
2/3. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So this is what you gave us.
Oh yeah.
Right, let's go listen to what we did with that. So this is UNDULAE.
Whose track? Aussie's track first?
Nah, go UNDULAE. His track is way better than mine. Yeah.
Oh, it is UNDULAE.
This is what he came up with. Incredible. So yeah, the music challenges are open to the community, and tonight we had our special guest UNDULAE on, and he absolutely put us on our ass in a good way. In a good way. He's a lovely guy, and so talented. But unfortunately, we're at the end of the show. So thanks for the raid, and we're going to get off. But you can listen. Hilarious and awesome and all that good stuff. Man, thanks for being a legend and letting us take some of your beautiful music.
You.
Peace, man. Anyway, we're going to end on this beautiful tune UNDULAE made for the second round.
Yep.
And take us out. Thanks again, man.
Hell yeah. Thanks you guys for having me.
Thanks.